Arrange the following substances in ascending order of percent carbon by mass. And my three substances are caffeine, sucrose, and ethanol. So my plan to solve this problem is to find the molar mass of each of these substances. Once I've found that molar mass, get a situation where I can have the mass of carbon over the mass of the molecule, divide out, and that gives me my percent carbon, and then I can just compare it to the others. So what I'm going to have to do is find the molar mass of each of these different compounds, and then through that process I will have also found out the mass of carbon in that. In order to do that, I need to find the molar mass, so I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start with caffeine and then just go in order. So caffeine's molecular formula is C8H10N4O2. Now I just figure out the molar mass. Carbon is equal to 12.01 grams per mole. There are 8 of them. Might as well just do this right away. 96.08. Hydrogen. There are 10. That's an easy one. Nitrogen is 14.01. There are 4. That's equal to 56.04. And oxygen, 15.99 times 2 is equal to 31.98. And the sum of all of these is 194.2. Now that I have the molar mass of caffeine, and in the process I've already figured out the mass of carbon in that molecule of caffeine, take the mass of carbon, divide out by the molar mass of the molecule, and this is equal to 49.47% carbon for caffeine. Now I just need to figure out what the rest of them are and write them in ascending order. So next is sucrose, which is just sugar. C2h5oh. Same process. And this is equal to supposed to be an 8. Just tally all these up. This is just going to be a very repetitive problem, but it's It's not that hard, it's just annoying, I guess. 342.23. I'll look at the mass of carbon that I got for this, 144.12, and I divide out by mass. It doesn't really matter if it's grams per mole. I can just think of it as just grams, just think of that as a single molecule. The units are going to cancel anyways, so whatever. It's not really important. And this is equal to 42.11. So this is slightly less carbon by mass as a percent than in our first molecule, caffeine. So let me check out the last one, ethanol C2h5oh. Again, same process. It's a pretty boring problem, but it's a lot of these calculations are going to be really boring, so I best get used to it. When I was calculating this earlier, actually, I accidentally almost made a mistake. I put 5 because I forgot the H on the end. So that's something to make sure not to forget, because it'll be slightly off, but still wrong. I mean, it'll only be off by 1 gram, but still technically wrong. And then for oxygen, I don't have to do anything, just add it. This is equal to 15.99. Tally these up. 46.07 grams per mole. And now I have my final percent. I calculated this out to be 52.14%. So now I have all of them. Ethanol is 52.14% carbon by mass. Sucrose, or sugar, is only 42.11%, and caffeine is 49.7 or 47. So if I wanted to write these out in ascending order, I'd write sucrose, caffeine,